bed.
Alright, let's see what we gotta do, folks.
Fun?
Jedi is present.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
See all my stuff, all my rocks.
Ma'am, I'm just a courier.
I understand that. I'm not blaming you directly. Dr. Salvato, how long have you been here?
About a year now, Doctor.
And in that year, how many times have we had this conversation about late or missing shipments of supplies?
I believe this is the third time.
Yes, that sounds right. 3 times. I will be making it very clear to your superiors that lives are
what can I
at
do
stake.
for you?
Requires reliable transport. If your company can, someone else will.
Hey there.
Yes, ma'am.
If they haven't rushed me back, means it can't be that bad, right?
We get the cases no one has ever seen before, or doesn't know how to treat. Hey, let's keep our voices down. The clinic doesn't exactly know I'm giving its supplies away. That being said, I've been expecting someone soon. I've heard Bayou really has a vice grip on Neon right now. I have some supplies I can give you. Should be more than enough for now, and it shouldn't draw any suspicion from the clinic. I'll have them loaded onto your ship. He's a good friend of mine. We both worked at the same clinic in Aquila City. The work was hard, and I was really young and nervous. But he always looked after me during those days and helped me as much as he could. So, to answer your question, I'm doing this because I know for a fact he'd do the same for me. No questions asked. Of course. The people of Neon aren't going to heal themselves. You'll find the supplies on your ship. Hurry along before anyone suspects anything.
Hi, how you doing?
It's a grav drive. I literally can't get here any faster.
Red rocks.
You need something? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I can deal with that. I couldn't stand what Neon was turning me into. The city has a way of sucking the life out of you and making you mean. I've seen it happen to lots of people. When I was forced to join the Disciples, I felt the meanness starting to get to me too. And that's what convinced me it was time to go. Not by a long shot. They strong-armed me into it. The gangs in Neon are just as good at taking advantage of people as the megacorps are. You're right. I'm sure the Xenofresh execs aren't complaining. Ebside. The rough part of town. My family shared a sleep crate with a few other people. It was cramped, but at least we had a roof over our heads. Not everybody in Neon can say the same. There's a lot of homelessness in Ebside. That's the kind of stuff I was happy to leave behind. I didn't have much of a choice. My family owes them a lot of money, and they agreed to let us off the hook for some of it if I'd join the gang and work for them. I couldn't pass that offer up. My parents don't have a lot of income. They opened a shop in Ebside with the money the Disciples loaned them, but the strikers burned it down. I guess they thought the Disciples were using it for some kind of money laundering. Of course the strikers had it wrong. My parents weren't doing anything like that. They opened the shop so people in Ebside would have an affordable place to buy food. They only took a loan from the Disciples. They never did any business with them. It will, if my family can pay them off. When I joined the Disciples, I made sure they knew that I intended to leave as soon as my debt was squared away. But you can't trust the Disciples as far as you can throw them. That's another reason I decided to look for work outside of Neon. Honestly, I don't want to be anywhere near Neon when the last payment goes through. I'm sure the Disciples would just find another way to get me to stay. Thanks so much for understanding. Things won't be like this forever. Only until I've made enough to pay them off. I'm really sorry you have to get wrapped up in this at all. I know it's a messy situation. Almost makes me sorry I ever learned to fight at all. The Disciples might have agreed to let us pay off the debt in some other way if I didn't have something to offer them. Sorry, that's really heavy. Did you have any other questions? So many! I think I've read every free tourist guide at the Neon Spaceport. Traveling's always been a dream of mine. Earth's moon is right at the top of my list. I've always been curious about it, but New Atlantis is a really close second. The travel guides make it seem incredible. It sounds like the exact opposite of Neon. I had a storybook that took place there. My mom read it to me before bed every night when I was a kid. I used to fall asleep dreaming about walking on the moon like some old-timey astronaut from Earth. I've always wondered what it would feel like to be there. They say it's the cleanest city in the settled systems, with trees and fresh water everywhere. And they talk about mass too, of course. I've heard that the most brilliant thinkers in the galaxy work there. I bet it's true. It must take a lot to keep a city like New Atlantis running smoothly. The last guide I read also had some pictures of the Nat. It seems amazing. If we ever end up in New Atlantis, the first thing I want to do is write it. I've read a lot about Aquila City. Solomon Coe's always been a hero of mine. I'm fascinated with his legacy. And I found a whole pamphlet about the Sol system recently. Most of it was about Sidonia, but I read a little bit about New Homestead too. I also picked up a brochure on Paradiso right before we met. Talk about luxury. I can't believe a place like that even exists. Thanks. That's really kind of you, Captain. No rush, though. I've waited 20 years to see the settled systems. I can wait a little longer. I learned from a Freestar Navy vet named Talon. He lived on the streets near my parents' place in Ebside. My mom gave him food when he had it to spare. We sort of became friends since he lived in our area. He started teaching me to fight, so I'd be able to defend myself if anyone gave me trouble in Ebside. I couldn't have picked a better teacher. Thugs in Neon talk a big game, but I don't know many with the combat skills to stand up to a Navy vet. He was happy for me. He knows I've always wanted to leave Neon. It was tough to say goodbye. I made him promise he'd be there when I came back to visit. I told him I'd keep a journal while I travel. So the next time we saw each other, I could show him all the amazing things I've seen. He got hooked on Aurora during the Colony War, so the Navy discharged him. It happens more than you'd think. He tried to get sober while he was teaching me, but I don't think he ever fully kicked the habit. Aurora's no joke. Personally, I'll never touch it. It was. There's lots of crime in Ebside. I've been in more than one situation where knowing how to throw a good punch probably saved my life. Fighting really isn't my go-to solution, though. Defending yourself is one thing, but I'm not okay with unprovoked violence. You have no idea what a relief that is. I was hoping for a captain who's interested in exploring the galaxy rather than picking fights. Can I do anything else for you?
And roll.
Undocking complete, Captain.
There are a ton of distractions in Neon, so I expect you to be on your best behavior here.
Hey, no funny stuff with that pistol.
The store today, boss. Your tag's still on it.
Ha! And it's gonna stay that way, if that old Cyclops knows what's good for him. You like art? Then you should see the tag job on the robot and neon tacticals. My best work. Only when I have a knife in my hand. The rest of the time, I just paint. Euphoric is home for people like us. And by people like us, I mean killers, thugs, and thieves. Now, I haven't killed anyone in a while, but that just means I'm due. Are you in a gang? You sound like a middle-aged bank teller. Yeah, I'm in a gang. The Disciples. Maybe you've heard of them. That Cyclops should be thanking me. I dressed up his toy real nice, gave him a total makeover. He's lucky that's all I did after what that thing did to my crew. The freak didn't tell you? I figured he'd be gloating about it. Man's got nothing else. We tried to rob his store and reload our crew. That's when his little toy unloaded on us. Lost some good disciples in that group. If anything, that freak should be paying me. I thought it was pretty clever. If I trashed it, it'd stink for a bit, but he'd get over it. So I took a can of spray paint and put my tag on it. Now, every time that Cyclops opens up that eye, he's gonna see my art on his buddy. Yeah, I do. And I'll make art out of your guts if you step out of line. And what makes you think I will? You think he scares me? I'm a disciple. True. Don't want to fight a war on two fronts. You aren't playing around, are you? I felt my blood start to stir. All right. The Cyclops is one thing, but I know better than to mess with you. Besides, that Model A shredded my gun arm. I can't aim straight, let alone paint. Here, you give this to that freak and tell him where
Appreciate you. That talk no jutsu.
Get lost, off-worlder.
Don't be mad. The talk no jutsu gets everybody. Saying he had to kill you.
It's nice to see a friendly face. I said I'd talk to you sometime tomorrow. Please, leave me alone. Yes, of course.
Ooh. But I'm broke.
is again.
Too bad I can't squeeze any Aurora.
You're really going to walk
away? Show no mercy, leave no quarter.
Neon's premier seller of all things in the perfect marriage. Step through the door of Secret Outfitters and enter a world unlike many others.
What I don't sell? That's
So what do you say? Are you ready to feel euphoric?
What's up, Pimp?
Please state the nature of your medical emergency. What can Reliant Medical do for you? Great. Thank you for all of your help. You really came through for me here. Things could have been bad if you hadn't come along. Here, take this. You've earned it.
Different if I took a different path. Good work. I hope you made him squirm. Then you didn't press enough. But it doesn't surprise he folded anyway. Punks like him wouldn't know what real war is if it shot him in the ass. Thanks. Styx is gonna get a new paint job, a coat of wax, the works. He's gonna look brand new. Oh, and here, for your trouble.
Appreciate you.
You know, Styx, crime in this city is worse by the day. Vandals, thieves, gangs.
I'm sorry. I did not understand your query. Please rephrase.
What?
Goodbye.
Styx, how's this month?
Wait, you aren't funny.
Yeah. It's nothing.
Trackers Alliance always finds them.
You really going to walk on by?
Can you believe Xenofresh charges us?
Jesus, right. Holy smokes.
I'd talk to you sometime tomorrow. Please, leave me alone. Huh? Oh, goodbye. Yes. Hello. Oh, there you are. I'm feeling a bit better today. Sorry about all that before. The thing is, well, I lost my husband Thomas last week. He supposedly had a heart attack and fell from the upper platform. Of course, that's the official word from Neon Security. I'm not so sure they're telling me the truth. No, they certainly aren't. How that security officer could stand there and tell me Thomas died of a heart attack. Well, it's a damn lie is what it is. I'm sorry, this is my problem. You're just here to shop, and here I am filling your head with my conspiracy theories. Please forgive me. Oh my. You're the first person in this awful, awful city that's reached out to help me. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not the only one who sees the problem. I suppose the proper place to start would be with Neon Security's witness, Tevin Anastas, that pompous ass over at the Emporium in Neon. Just please be very careful. I don't want to end up with 2 murders on my conscience. Oh, everyone has problems with Neon Security. They're terribly corrupt, with Administrator Bayou using them as his own personal brute squad. They come in here from time to time, but apart from being forced to give them employee discounts, I've never had anything suspicious happen. Tevin owns the Emporium over in Bayou Plaza. He's a horribly overbearing, pretentious man who wouldn't dare set foot in the underbelly. The strange thing is, we've never had to deal with him in person. Why he'd be involved in Thomas's death is absolutely beyond me. Be careful. Neon is a dangerous place.
Thanks again for your assistance. I trust you'll be discreet.
You really going to walk outside?
Speak with me only if you have what it takes.
Behold, the Emporium, the unscripted seller of your instrument enter a world unlike any other in the settled system.
What?
Looks like it's open for
So come on in to the brands and find out.
Don't you think it would be good for them to spend some
Good work with the bartender. Won't be the last time you'll be hustling information in some... Sure, go ahead. Goodbye.
What do you call them? Pawns? Yeah. Pawns.
has recovered a significant amount of gas.
And you have arrived. Sophisticated.
We sell only the... Yes. Can I help you? Quieter. Much quieter. I think dealing with Headlock has convinced Seoka to back off from harassing my shop. And according to what I've heard, everyone else's. This should finally give me the time I need to concentrate on running my business, rather than wasting time looking over my shoulder. I'm not telling you a thing. I've already reported what I saw to security. Stop wasting my time and leave. Your presence is bad for business. There's nothing to tell you. Get it through your skull. Listen, I don't want anything bad to happen. My hero. Civic duty. Enough of this! Stop your... You could have just led with that. No need to waste my precious time.
Manhood.
I saw it happen. Thomas was murdered and thrown into the ocean. Afterwards, I foolishly reported the incident to security. For my efforts, I was rewarded with a gun to my head and threatened with death if I didn't keep silent. It was hard to hear over the commotion, but I'm sure I heard Thomas call his attacker Russell and Rusty a few times. From what I could gather, the attacker was after credits, and Thomas refused to give him any. After that, well, Thomas went for a swim. God, no. I've seen him around here and there, but if he ever were to come into my shop, I tell him to leave immediately. In fact, I would never even talk to someone like him. I have no business dealing with petty criminals or Aurora addicts. Where else would someone like him be, He stays at the sleep crates near Madame Sauvage's place. In any case, when you confront him, my name cannot be mentioned. I very much dislike sharing Thomas's briny fate. And with that, I must insist you leave me in peace. That is, of course, unless you'd like to make a hefty purchase.
Look, man, have a heart. I can't pay right now, but I'll spot you next time, okay?
Do I look like an...
Sophistication. Is space ready to make your ultimate discovery? Step through the door.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scumbags.
Hey, buddy. Why don't you throw a few credits my way, huh? Help a guy out, yeah? End up in the ocean? What the hell are you... Wait. No. He told me that everything was taken care of. No one would know. Listen, you gotta hear me out. I never meant to do anything. It was an accident. I got in a fight with Thomas. I asked him for some creds, but the bastard wouldn't give me anything. Things got out of hand. He ended up falling off the upper platform. It was an accident, I swear. Then I called my buddy in security and told him what happened. He took care of everything after that. Hell no, I'm not doing that. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a rat. Listen, I messed up, I know that. But nothing can change what's already done. Just let me go and I'll disappear forever. No one will ever see me again. No one even needs to know I'm alive. Just... come on, just let me go. Oh my God. You don't need to worry. No one will ever see me again. I swear it.
I used to be a lecturer. Now look at me. You don't need to worry.
I'm afraid I'm not in the best of spirit. Please, tell me everything you know. I want to hear it all. I knew it. I just knew that I was being fed lies. Nothing added up right from the start. Neon security. How can they sleep at night and act like my husband's life wasn't worth anything? My husband's killer. Did you find him? What happened to him? Rusty. I believe he was one of the Generdyne workers that would come around and cause trouble. Steal things, vandalize, or the like. They were a rowdy bunch. My husband usually handled the troublemakers and became well acquainted with Rusty and his so-called friends. Vandalism and shoplifting is one thing, but murder? I just never thought things could go this far. So, what did you do with Rusty? Well, I guess I don't much care for what you did with him, as long as he paid for what he did. And about security, did you find out which officer is behind the cover-up? Yes, you're right. It just boils my blood thinking about what they did. But I must say that I feel oddly vindicated just by knowing the truth.
You're welcome,
the uncertainty was constantly eating away at me. At least I can take solace knowing that justice was served, at least to some degree. I never would have figured out the truth without you. I have credits for you here. Oh, you're so sweet. In any case, please know how grateful I am that you helped me. You're the only person to ever show kindness to me in this city. And now that I know the truth, I can try to focus on healing. Thank you for everything, from both myself and Thomas.
I don't need another shift. Get done with that. Here we go.
Making a fortune with this.
Behold, the Emporium. Need your unique starship model. Step through the door of Seaghart's Outfitters, and you'll enter a world.
Cobalt, platinum, and palladium. Nickel family.
I might complain about landing here, but I have to admit, there is a sort of hidden beauty to the Martian landscape.
Aquila? No security uniforms.
I'm not...
You know, I believe we've got the best mining team ever assembled here. Welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor, mining director for the Deimos mining project here in scenic underground Sidonia. I could spare a minute or two to chat, so long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose. Oh, that! Oh, nothing to worry about. We do fracking on Mars with subterranean particle detonations. Those announcements are just to let people know when to expect them. Now, you probably felt the rumble when the detonations actually go off. That's all it is. Not too bad, eh? Oh, come on, mate. It's perfectly safe. We're miles away, so all we get is a little jiggle now and again. Just make sure to hold the railing when going downstairs and you'll be fine. Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately all our mining contracts are filled right now. Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job. Off the books. Great! I promise it's nothing that'll get anyone in any kind of trouble. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas. And we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though. Okay, glad you're still on board. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some more. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first. When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me.
No! No! Stop that! You're going to kill someone.
Things can get pretty glum around here. If you ever need a little joy.
Procedure 005799EF not found.
Not having any trouble mining the ore, are you?
Sometimes I wish I'd taken an easier job.
Pardon me.
Am I glad I got this job instead of mining some dead rock?
You look like you need a hug. I like hugs, but not from strangers. Hi, I'm Renee, and I'm so bored. My mom and dad said not to talk to people I don't know, so I thought maybe I could talk to you, and then I know you, and I won't be so bored. See? Now we're friends! And my parents can't say I'm not allowed to talk to you. Anyway, what do you want to talk about? It's okay, I guess. It's better than living outside, because Mars can't support life outside and I'd die. But maybe it would be nice to live on another planet someday. I think I used to when I was a real little kid. And sometimes my mom and dad would take me to visit my grandma and grandpa in New Atlantis. I like to play with Taye sometimes. We come up with lots of games to play. Sometimes we listen to music or watch shows. But when he's not around, I like to draw. Sometimes I draw things and give them to people since they're so mopey all the time. It makes them smile. Actually, wanna help me? I just drew these great pictures of Space Frog, but I can't go out right now. Can you help put them up for me? You will? Thank you, thank you, thank you! People are gonna be so happy. Here's a bunch of copies of the space frog drawing I made. You can post them in places where you think people will see them. Thank you so much!
Peace be with you.
Found a clutch of heat leeches, breeding in the utility section the other day.
We saved at least 10%.
Not gonna be able to get that image out of my head for a while.
Sometimes it feels like the UC forgets we're out here. But there'd be no UC.
Go to Mars, they said. The pay is great, they said. So's the crippling depression.
Trevor.
Hello?
That tracker agent was looking around for help with something. Told her I couldn't do it, but maybe someone else can.
I sure hope this hearing loss is permanent.
Well then, what can I do you for? Hey, darling. You look like the type who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty. The Trackers Alliance can always use more bounty hunters to round up and kill wanted criminals. If that feels like your speed, talk to me, or check out our posts on the mission boards. Actually, wait. I heard about you. You've done good work for us before, haven't you,
Yes, I
darling?
have.
Hey, you looking for more work?
Work.
I'm wondering if you might be up for doing me a favor of the personal kind, off the books.
As I get paid.
Did someone tell you that, darling? If so, it's complete hogwash. No, the Trackers Alliance is more of a loose collection of bounty hunters that all agree not to step on each other's toes. So, as long as you're willing to not work against the other trackers when you take jobs from us, you're golden. Good. Here's the short of it. I'm only stationed here because I made a mistake. Killed the wrong bounty, and the right one got away. It's bugged me ever since. Now, I heard rumors that this no-good, dirty quarry's been lurking around Mars, but I ain't had the good fortune of him strolling on in here. I think he's smart enough to know better. I got a plan in place to find him, but I gotta prove to my other tracker contact that he's here. That's where you come in. Just gotta plant a sensor. No danger to you. Alright, so you're gonna want to take this here sensor and put it way up at the tippy top of the old Mars launchpad tower where it's nice and unobstructed. You're gonna want to make sure you've got a boost pack to help get yourself up there, or else it's gonna be a tough climb. Mars gravity's on the low side, but not that low. It'll track down my Mark's chip signal, assuming he shows, and I'll call in my partner to take care of him. Clear out and come back to me as soon as you're done so you don't spook the quarry. Get it? Got it? Good.
Stay clear of the range during live fire exercises.
We have the tech to instant.
There's nothing like seeing old Soul coming through the big window.
If you know anyone in need of food or shelter, please send them.
Just put the pictures up where you think lots of people are going to see them. I just know people are going to love those new... Hi! Thanks for doing that for me. I wish I could do it myself, but having a friendly adult help me is almost as good. I know, right? Last time I did this, lots of people came over to tell me how much they loved it. I only hope these drawings stay up longer this time. Anyways, it's not much, but I got a little something for you as a thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And any injuries or mistakes you incur while suffering the effects of overwork or exhaustion.
Let's go out in MARS. Red Rocks.
Fancy yourself a megastar.
Careful near the railings on the upper levels.
I'd be good. I'd be fine. Red Rocks.
Are you shooting at flies now?
Let's see how high this tower is. Hi. Shit.
I've visited worlds with temperatures this low before, and it's never been a pleasant experience.
How the fuck? Yes, sir.
Do your part to keep Sidonia graffiti-free.
Careful placing that sensor. I've only got the one. Good. I'm already getting readings from it. Nothing yet, but when he shows, we'll get him. Here's your pay. Think of it as your cut of the bounty for your assistance.
Open up.
Alpha Centauri.
There you are. Be advised, you are entering United Colony space.
And we on our way to get some iron, baby. All about that iron.
Hey, contact Charlie 3. That's you. Nice to meet you. Bye, Charlie 3. Hi. Just doing my daily paying it forward. Avoid the Altair system. Like big time. Sure. So, I'm doing my rounds, pick up supply drops, and I grab into the Altair system, and boy, spacers all over the damn place. Distress call, yammering nonstop. Something big's going down there, and all of us with no skin in the game, best we just give it a wide berth. Am I right? Charlie 3, you are looking to pay it forward like big time. Oh, I mean, I won't tell you you're crazy, but wow. Bye, Charlie 3. You've been like the best Charlie 3 I talked to all week.
See if I can find some iron.
Touching down. Another suit walk, eh? Good. Let's have some fun.
Copper, water. Some cobalt. Gotta get that iron. Ooh, we got iron deposits, baby.
register. Catastrophic damage. Firing on target. Total system failure. Sensors are picking up suspicious activity. Damage. All systems.
Another loser, another notch on my gun.
a long way up to the top of the mesa. Hopefully, that elevator is still operational.
Damage. All systems.
Don't leave any of that behind.
Oh, wow. Tricks. That's crazy. Cooking. Cooking. Oh, you know they did. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Give me all the digipicks. Yes.
Well, I suppose they're not going to need it anymore.
Landing pad. All right, let's get it. Ooh.
Hopefully that platform is safe. Falling into the lava would cut our expedition rather short.
RP to my dog. Milk?
That part of the life form should prove useful.
Open up. Open up. Do some research. What can we do for a Klondike bar?
They don't stock up on junk.
Mm-hmm. MARS. You're and we have officially explored this. We are good to go. I got a feeling.
difference between being prepared and carrying too much.
To raise my kids in a place like this. Keeping all this equipment running is tiring work. Our tech isn't exactly top of the line. You're free to use our equipment. Just leave it in working order, okay?
If you've got credits, I've got supplies.
Sometimes I wonder what life would be like if I never moved away from New Atlantis. I'd offer to sell you some supplies, but I'm off the clock. Look for someone behind a desk.
And one day, I'll leave this place and find a planet of my own. Our shop has plenty of goods in stock. You're welcome to take a look. Keeping this place running is no easy feat. Ah, rats, you just missed your chance. Our shop got a big shipment yesterday. We spent all day hauling crates around. If you're looking for some place to help out, you should try our mission board. My wife and I founded this outpost years ago. Mast sent us here to set up an observatory. Back then it was just the two of us, with nothing to do but talk and stargaze. It was almost inevitable that we fell in love. We returned to New Atlantis when our expedition ended, but we weren't happy there. We decided to get List's help setting this place up instead. And the rest is history. Goodbye.
Producing suitable sustenance for your species requires a titanic effort.
Any nickel and the helium 3. I can't get the helium 3.
So, where to next?
Careful near the railings on the upper levels. There's a long way down.
I hope you've got your own cut. Not having any trouble mining the ore, are you? Yep, that's me. Joined up with Deimos. I worked hard. Some of the older guys. Later, mate.
Welcome to Sidonia. Stay out of my way.
Okay. I can see you. Great. Now, the next part is a little trickier. Our director of mining operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval. Now hold on, it's not that easy. You'll need to apply for it like anyone else. Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. It's where that job is posted. Come back and see me when you've done that, and we'll talk about how to secure the position for you.
You're jumping through a lot of hoops to get those miners the equipment that they need.
hard to keep Sidonia graffiti-free.
We'll try. All aboard.
Hey, good to see you.
Likewise. More rocks. Brick rocks.
Pressure holding. Takeoff looks good. Retros firing. Orbit stabilized.
Acknowledging civilian vessel. Our sales department is open. Please dock if you want to do business.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
UC's watching over this star yard like a hawk, so we should watch our step.
When humanity finally left the grid
United Colonies was born. Intrepid explorers and valiant colonists used Deimos starships to venture into space. When the UC defended itself...
Deimos builds some of the toughest ships in the settled systems. That's probably why the UC Navy continues to interact with them to this day.
What do we have here? A civilian in my star yard. Deimos prides itself on being the UC's first and last line of defense in space. But we're more than happy to protect and arm bold entrepreneurs that do their business among the stars. Anyone that flies in space earns my respect. Heck, an independent may be even braver. You don't have a fleet at your back when the Crimson Fleet comes calling. So, let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you. Excellent.
Bro. I will only get 16 for it. I'm broke. 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 I'm broke.
When you get serious about your spacecraft, come back to Deimos.
Broke 5 broke. I ain't got it. Definitely ain't got it.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current... Course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. Welcome to Mars. You are cleared to land in Sidonia.
You look hurt. Might want to head on over to the line.
Always nice to kick back at the...
Don't worry. We can trust me. This is... Okay, now we need to ensure you get hired. Basically, we'll need to make sure you're the only choice. To do that, you'll need to get access to the HR terminal in the corporate office upstairs on the main level. If you delete the other applications from the system, you'll be a shoo-in. That's the spirit. Believe me, this is gonna help everyone. By the way, the HR password is password spelled backwards, which Tia thinks is pretty clever. She gets talkative during happy hour, and loud. Surprised everyone doesn't know her password, honestly. Anyway, should be pretty easy. Good luck.
You can make a real good living working the mines here on Mars.
We're gonna make sure you get that. And I can say that I've got some good news for you. I just saw the company message go out that you've been hired as Peter's assistant. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next step should be easy. Just go to work for Peter, and when you get access to his terminal messages, you'll see my request. All you've got to do is approve that request, and we'll be right on with it. Then, we can get that new equipment and show corporate how it's done.
Sometimes I feel like these mines just run themselves. I like to think that's thanks to me. Oh, you're finally back. I feel like you've been gone for ages. Do you know how tough this job is without an assistant? Good. Now, let's make... You look a bit different than I remembered. Did you go to Enhance? No. Now I remember. They told me they sent me someone new. Anyway, when they told me how poorly you did on your application questions, I had my doubts. But at least you showed up on time, so maybe there's hope. Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get to work. Not, very enthusiastic. Noted. Well, I need something done, and I don't want to go looking for someone to fire you just yet. So, I have a shipment I'm waiting for. Don't know where it is. Last time this happened, my assistant went to speak to the governor. I'm sure he'll help you to get it sorted out. Now, kindly, off with you. Have a good one.
The UC Exchange is a great place to buy your weapons. Just make sure to keep them.
The Sidonian people are great. They're hard workers and true UC patrons.
Hello, Governor.
Ah, hello. Welcome. I don't usually have time to speak with random people off the street, but I'd be happy to help if it's something quick. What can I do for you? Something important, huh? Well, lay it out for me. Well then, you've been quite busy making a name for yourself, haven't you? Heard of you. Of course, how could I not?
Interesting. It appears Governor Hurst is well aware of our exploits.
If by exploits, you mean what your friend is doing for Sidonia, and not your work for Constellation, Ms. Morgan, you're right on the money. So look, I admire a go-getter like yourself. You're not in trouble unless you make trouble. And I don't think you're the type. I know you're not really Mr. Brennan's assistant. I don't know exactly what you're up to, but I have little reason to suspect you're up to no good. So let's cut to brass tacks. What can I do for you? Oh, I know exactly what happened to that shipment. However, I suspect Mr. Brennan neglected to tell you that I'm holding it due to his immense backlog of unpaid taxes. Then again, he may be unaware. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll release that shipment for you. But I'm going to need a favor first, since you seem to be adept at keeping quiet. See, my personal spacecraft was stolen, likely by Crimson Fleet pirates. I need someone to find it. Then I need that someone to destroy it. Discreetly. I need tight lips on this. Then we have an agreement. I'll send you to the ship's last known location. Remember, not a word of this leaves this room.
Onward. Move. Time to go.
extra ship parts for repairs, because we're going to need it to get this thing back to base.
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
So, you're a pirate? Please. We know you're not really with the fleet. Word of advice? Learn the lingo before you attempt anything so stupid again. You've got two choices. We need ship parts to repair our busted craft drive. Hand them over along with your ship, and maybe we'll let you leave. Or we dust you and take it anyway. You've got to the count of 20 before I make that choice for you. You mean to parlay? Countdown's over. Consider my curiosity piqued. I didn't think you were a fool. I'm listening. You play your cards right, and maybe you'll figure that out. You seem pretty sure of that. Okay. Enough talk. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'll even help you on your way. I have an incriminating letter from Hearst himself. I'm sure it's valuable to an enterprising individual such as yourself. I don't care what you do with it. Rip it up, use it for blackmail, whatever. I'll give it to you. So long as we get to keep this ship. Deal? A shame, but thanks for bringing us your ship.
Got him! Who's next? Valuable?
What the hell? Fire!
Time to move on.
Need me?
Separation complete.
Here we go.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. You are cleared to land. Enjoy your stay at Sidonia.
Oh, Sidonia. Check your suit seals. Martian dust gets everywhere.
Used to think I was Vanguard material.
Always nice to kick back at the broken spear.
I sure hope you've taken care of our little problem. Did you take care of my little problem?
We know it.
Good. I'll release Mr. Brennan's shipment to you as promised. I'll even defer his taxes as a little bonus. You really helped me out of this bind. Don't take this the wrong way, but I hope I'm never in need of your help like this again.
Huh. No corrupt governor.
Right then, assistant. Let's see. I know there's something I need you to do for me. My shipment. Do you have it yet? Ah, yes. I'll take that. Now, I've probably got some important messages I need you to take care of for me while I, attend to some other important matters at hand.
Sure.
You'll need my password.
What are you doing?
Remember, if you reply to anything, try to mimic my style and speech patterns. You know, for consistency. I could, but we'd be wasting valuable time, so no. I don't know. At first I thought I had multiple assistants that rotated in and out, but it seems I've only ever had one at a time and they all just stopped showing up. I believe my last assistant was supposed to get me some coffee, but never came back. I honestly wasn't listening to whatever they were crying about. Have a good one.
Well. Must be a function. Just why would we keep close?
I wonder what's taking. I hope I didn't make a mistake by letting Hank go. I saw. Good work. See? I knew having someone on the inside like that would work out. I've already put it in order for the equipment. I was going to ask you to pick it up for me, but there's a problem. One of my guys, Hank Ferraro, offered to go. I tried to tell him he'd be more useful sticking to his job here, but he insisted, and he was already on his way out before I could stop him. But it shouldn't be taking this long. Just a quick trip to Gagarin and back. I'm concerned. I could use some help with this. Oh, thanks. This is a huge help. You'll be happy to know I actually carved out some of the budget so I can pay you for all of your assistance. We don't currently have much information to go on. I'd suggest checking with Sidonia's ship services over at the starport first. They'd be the last person I know that's seen Hank. It's all I've got without sending you all the way to Gagarin to retrace his steps. Good luck.
Appreciate it, sir.
I sure hope this hearing loss isn't permanent.
anything I can help? Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority's always buying. Looks to me like you're already in pretty good... Let's see here. Hank. No one by that name. Oh, wait. Here we go. Henry Farrell. Hank's gotta be his nickname. Yeah, he's been through here. Took his ship and departed. Actually, it looks like he came back into Mars space recently, but he didn't land here at the spaceport. The ship diverted and landed outside the city a ways. Nothing out of the ordinary. Got a ship and left. Tried and failed to get a discount on fueling up. That's about it. I've been doing this job for years, and I can't think of many reasons someone would come in for landing, but divert somewhere else. I've seen people try to offload some sort of contraband that way, but usually they don't do a flyby of the port before doing so. And scans would have picked it up, so I don't know. You're gonna have to ask them yourself, if you manage to track them down, that is. Just let me know if you need it. Need some work done? Oh, actually... Yeah, something seems off about this. Anyway, good.
Gotta find Hank.
The miners pretty much run the lower level.
I hope I didn't make a mistake, but that's a little suspicious. Why would he do that? Moreover, why wouldn't he return with the goods? Something's definitely up. I asked around while you were gone. Some of his co-workers mentioned there's been a little extra, well, Hank lately. In particular, he was cursing up a storm about work and about his co-workers. Said some things that make me think his intentions here were not pure. Anyway, he's not too bright. Maybe he's still here in Sidonia. Check the Broken Spear. He frequently goes there to drink. We need to get to the bottom of this. Remember, it's most important that we find out where the equipment is. We can always deal with Hank later. We've got to do it before we lose track of it, before it gets sold, moved, or worse. And we've got to hope to whatever higher power you believe in that it wasn't jettisoned into space. We've got our work cut out for us. Good luck.
The city of Sidonia is proud to...
Alrighty. I'm going to end it right here with Starfield. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. All the lurkers, I see it. I appreciate it. Stay tuned tomorrow night with more Starfield with your boy Jade Starwind. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Peace.